Welcome to Outrage Science Bites, where we dive into the psychology and social dynamics of the outrage industry. Today's episode asks a big question. What does the future of outrage look like? Outrage, particularly in the media, isn't going anywhere anytime soon. In fact, it's evolving. As we've explored in earlier episodes, social media algorithms, political division, and the modern media ecosystem all contribute to a culture of perpetual outrage. But looking forward, the real question is, will we find a way to break the cycle? Or will we continue to escalate, deepening our divides? One possibility is that we'll see outrage fatigue, people becoming overwhelmed by constant outrage to the point that it loses its effectiveness. This is already happening in some circles. We're seeing more conversations about mental health, the need for balance, and the importance of stepping away from the chaos. Experts like Peter Coleman suggest that people might begin to reject this culture of division, seeking healthier ways to engage politically and socially. But even if individuals start opting out of outrage, the systems that amplify it remain in place. Social media platforms built to maximize engagement are unlikely to shift their business models dramatically unless forced to do so. Outrage sells. It draws attention, keeps people hooked, and generates profits. As long as that's the case, the algorithms that fuel the outrage machine will likely keep operating. We may also see the rise of new forms of outrage. Artificial intelligence, for example, has the potential to create hyper-personalized content that targets our deepest insecurities and beliefs, stoking even more powerful forms of emotional manipulation. Imagine algorithms that analyze someone's daily routine or mood signals to time outrage-inducing content when they're most vulnerable, like after a stressful event. In a hypothetical scenario where AI-driven outrage tactics go this far, the focus would be less about showing everyone the most shocking content and more about understanding each person's individual insecurities, frustrations, and biases, and then designing experiences to amplify them at precisely the right moment. However, technology could also offer solutions. We're starting to see experiments with AI that help moderate discourse, tools that can detect inflammatory language and encourage more civil conversations. But it could go much further. As just one example, AI could offer perspective lenses that let users see how the same story or issue is framed by different groups or countries. When reading an article, the user could toggle perspectives, such as viewpoints from various political sides, cultural perspectives, or international media, and get a sense of how others interpret the same event. This could help people gain empathy and see the complexities behind polarizing topics. By developing AI tools that shift the focus from divisive content to empathy, emotional resilience, and balance, technology could ultimately give people more control over how they experience and respond to outrage-inducing content. On the cultural side, there's hope that as more people become aware of how outrage is manipulated through media, politics, and algorithms, there will be a push toward media literacy and civility training. People may demand more thoughtful and balanced media, rejecting the anger-driven narratives that dominate today. Some experts believe this could even lead to a resurgence in bridge-building efforts where we work across divides to solve problems rather than deepen them. So, where are we headed? It's a mix of possibilities. Outrage could intensify as technology evolves and political divides deepen, but there's also the potential for societal shifts toward more thoughtful engagement. The future of outrage will depend on whether we, as individuals and communities, choose to break free from the cycle or continue to let it define us. Thanks for tuning in to Outrage Science Bites. If you enjoyed today's episode, you may want to check out the long-form Outrage Overload podcast. Visit outrageoverload.net for past episodes, links, and contact information. Stay with us this week as we explore strategies to cultivate resilience, mental health, and a future where outrage doesn't dominate our lives.